I love that it's like this big, open, raw space. I think that this block of Niagara in particular, there's a lot going on. I mean, Resurgence, there's Sugar City across the street, there's a lot of development, and I feel a little bit like a pioneer, and I'm really hanging work that I believe in and I think that people should see. I think it's important, and I want people to come in here and feel something. Like a place for opportunity, and it really seems to have a vision right now. I moved here, I grew up here, and after I left the Albright Knox, I pursued my graduate degree in Brooklyn. So I then made the choice to relocate here permanently from Brooklyn, and part of the reason was because I wanted to launch a project like this, and I knew that I couldn't do that in Brooklyn.
I think people are looking at New York and it's not just like, well, everything's going to come out of New York City. It's like there could be stuff coming out of central New York or western New York that's like really like capturing people. It's different, that's new, can go somewhere.
Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, like the forgotten.
Oh man.
Yeah,
you know,
but
we're all just really one city.
No, seriously, that's true.
Being forgotten like that is what I think makes us all work so hard.
Yeah, that's part of the chip.
Like I'm going to prove you wrong when someone just immediately brushes off like Buffalo music.
As the symptoms grow, we carry on just like we are ghosts. Follow me to another end. Maybe we can start again. And I never know how to start. Never know how it ends when forces pull us apart. What will you defend? The morning we had slept away in times where we must all awake and fell through to another side, where you told me to run and hide. And I never know how to start, and I never know how it ends when forces pull us apart. What will you defend? I know that you're better off, and at least that's what you tell us all. I know that you're better off, at least that's what you say. And I never know how to start, and I never know how it ends when
This is Fresh Series 1. It's the first in a new exhibition series that I just started. And for this installation, there's work by 6 young Buffalo artists. And the idea is that the series will feature artists very early on in their career. So it's definitely different than the other shows that you would normally see at BT&C. So I'm really excited to start this new series and introduce artists that I hope to be working with down the road. This is just the beginning of their, I'm sure, successful careers. I guess what I want them to get from Fresh is that there is this awesome energy happening in Buffalo, and this is the ground floor with these young artists who are making excellent work. So, everyone should pay attention and keep their eye on these individuals.
It's hard to be creative. I think all of us struggle with pursuing anything creative on top of working and being a sort of functioning adult, which none of us really are. At least I certainly am. I'm almost 30. It's true. No, it's true. It's hard to be an adult and be creative. So this place is awesome. Across the street, literally across the street, is another art gallery. You have SEPA Gallery, even Birchfield Penny.
Sugar City.
Sugar City.
Dreamland
right across
too.
Dreamland.
It's cool.
So I think that's cool. Is that hey,
whole-
we
it's
are
all
all
definitely
young and trying to do this and encourage people to be creative in different places.
Definitely all
Yeah.
connected. It's definitely we're definitely benefiting from the
Yeah.
student loan
I-
bubble. Because people can't go back to New York City, so they have to stay here. And,
You don't have to be from New York City. You can be from here.
And the
Make
theater
great
scene
things.
too, and not exactly the
Yeah.
same, but there's more of that too, which I think is awesome. That people can act and perform and be successful at it.
Yeah, it's in no way just art and music. I mean, there's the surge in restaurants and the breweries.
The
that
breweries,
popped up,
distilleries.
The distilleries.
Right, I
There's
think all
art,
of that
there's
is-
film and
People
it's
are
all-
paying attention more what's going on here.
People
It's a
are
myriad
willing
of
to take the risk to do
socioeconomic
things
factors.
on their own and jump out and try something new.
Yep, clear. And action.
Did I stage my own cool while the water is rising fast up to my neck in my past? Whoa, did I wear the right shoes? I think my blindfold's too tight, and this cigarette won't light. So ever walk to the edge and look straight down at the jury of your peers singing, whoa, do you ever feel cruel? Can't buy love anymore. That shit is canned now for. Whoa, are you detecting a clue? Or does the sugar make you sweat? Are you ready for it? So ever walk to the edge and look straight down at the jury of your peers singing the last song that you're gonna hear, the last kiss, the face you'll see is the one. The last song that you're gonna hear, the last guilty face you'll see is the one in the mirror.
So what I'm doing right here is, so I gathered some, like, a bunch of different, like, branches and trees and kind of different wooded discards from, like, this block, you know, we're on Niagara Street. It's like this kind of industrial strip. And so kind of running right behind this building is this train track. So along that, there's, like, a lot of garbage and, like, you know, so anyway, so I spent some time just, like, sorting through there and pulling out different branches from some, like, demolition sites down the road. And so I wanted to kind of bring these small bits of nature that exist in this, like, industrial part of town and bring it into this space. And yeah, it's I don't know, I find it effective bringing in large branches into space. It kind of creates a whole new relationship, I think. I've just been seeing just a steady incline in just people participating. I feel like there's more artists. I think there's more people moving to Buffalo. I know, I think with, like, people moving back to the city, it seems like they're trying to kind of bring up the cultural sector with kind of all the development that's happening. So I think there's kind of more opportunities for art.
Are there parallels? Are there things that you find that are kind of the same, you know, between music and art?
You got something to prove. Like,
Yeah.
you have to push through that barrier that everyone just assumes that something coming out of Buffalo. And I think the worst part is that, like, I remember reading an interview that Joywave kind of talked about this with Rochester, where, like, the people that think that the most are the people that are from Buffalo. People that think that nothing good comes from Buffalo are the people that live in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, it's just like, it's from here. How good could it be? Like, and there's been scenes that have just kind of broken through that, and I think we're kind of on that same thing. I mean, like, this is still a fresh gallery, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is relatively new, and it shows with this opening and these awesome exhibits that are around us that, like, people care about it.
Is that the name of it too?
What?
I thought I saw Fresh on the wall.
Fresh gallery.
If you want, I can take you with me now. If you want, I can take you with me. If you want, I can take you with me now. If you want, I can take you with